Well, hello everyone. This is Philip Linden, aka Philip Rosedale, or the other way around. You choose. I guess as time goes by, I'll shift between real and Second Life names. Delightful to have everyone here. Sorry about the initial technical setup delays there. We are using streaming audio for this event, so it's been work as always to set up a stream that hopefully works. The advantage of using streaming audio is hopefully, and I stress hopefully, there are many more of you listening than are standing in front of me right now. We are in the Second Life birthday sim right now. I'm here with, it looks like about 110 people or so standing and sitting in front of me. We started this strange event with a bench tipping. Someone tipped over a bench with a bunch of avatars on it, and it was delightful, and I have no idea what else the day will hold in store, given that as its beginning. I'm joined here to my left, I think, by the magical M. Linden, who is going to talk in a few minutes. I'm going to talk first, and we're also glad to see everybody here. This, of course, is Second Life's 5th birthday. I can't tell you how surreal that is for me. I've seen... I don't know. I feel like I've lived a lifetime in Second Life. To me, 5 years. I don't know. It seems like 50 years or something. But it's incredibly rewarding to have, as I've said it years before, to just see everyone here, see a lot of the same people that I've seen over the years, and then also, of course, lots and lots of new people. And so I just wanted to, say a few words about that. Let M. Talk a little bit, and then what I think we'll do after we're done talking is I'm gonna actually we're all sitting in a little sound booth right now so that we can do this streaming audio thing. So by the way, if you're talking in voice to us in World, or even if you're text and IMing, we're not really responding because we're sort of talking into the microphone right now. In a few minutes, when we both get done, I'm gonna actually log out and then come back and hang around a little bit and walk around and talk to people in text and look at some of the content that's here in these sims around us. So getting to that, so we're surrounded by this birthday celebration that has all kinds of content built by people from all over Second Life. And it's amazing to note that there are, I think, 20 sims that make up the area here that we're standing in the middle of. And those 20 sims are larger than Second Life was. They're larger than the entire world of Second Life at the time that it first went online. That is, on June 23rd in 2003, we had, I believe, 16 sims online. And we had a world that looked like a little key. It was, for those who remember, it was kind of 9 sims and then a little peninsula and then another 4 sims at the end of the peninsula. And we had areas that were kind of centrally constructed that, of course, rapidly went away as people kind of took the world over. We had a sort of a fighting area, and then we had a kind of a boardwalk and a disco, and I don't know who remembers all these things, but there were these structured pieces of Second Life that had been the Linden's best guess at what people would care to sort of start with in the virtual world. And I remember that within just a couple of months, the content build-out was so radical, the amount of things people had done to change the world so accelerating, that we found ourselves sort of giving the keys to our cherished builds that we had started with over to residents so that they could tear them down and do things with them. I have a great memory of this myself that's perhaps apropos to an event like this, which was I built the first disco, the Alt Zoom disco in Second Life, and I built it with my own, I actually built it with my own hands, and it was this few months after we started that someone, I don't remember who the leader sort of resident was, but they had demanded that I sell the disco to them because they wanted to tear it down and build houses there. And so we did that. I gave the disco to whoever it was. Maybe somebody can shout out and tell me who it was. I've forgotten. And they had this ceremony where they blew up the disco and tore the walls down and let the whole thing collapse, and then deleted it all. And I remember I viewed that with a certain feeling of bittersweet, where it was so exciting to see the world evolving so rapidly beyond our control. I think an event like this, I know there's been some tension and protest and stress around this event, this celebration, which I think is great. It's emblematic of what Second Life is all about and why it's so special. Even to attempt to make a kind of cultural or any kind of a celebration that makes a presentation of what Second Life is kind of bound to not work in some sense, because what we're doing here together is outside the bounds of possibility. There is more going on, and there's more meaning and more of the future and more imagination here than I think there has ever been in many ways anywhere on Earth. And so in a way that I think is very inspiring, when you try to paint a picture of it at one time and in one place, you fail. You can't do it. And I just think that's, moving. So anyways, you're surrounded by all this amazing content that's been built from people all over Second Life. Everybody who hasn't seen it, and of course I bet everybody standing in front of me has already, should definitely spend time today and wander around and take a look at all of it. I know I'm going to do that after I speak here. I think the other thing to note is just obviously how much Second Life has grown. We're in a community now of 250,000 people or so a day using Second Life, and maybe a million people or more that are really actively using it. The growth continues. It's unbelievable to look back just a couple of years and realize both how big the world seemed a couple of years ago and how small it actually was in terms of how many people there were here. So I, as always, am just inspired to see that. So in addition to the continued growth, stuff that's happened lately, we've been working hard on trying to make Second Life more stable. I think we have made some progress there in the last couple of quarters. There's lots more to do, but we are kind of keeping the lights on here as this world continues to grow around us. That continues to be a big focus of our efforts going forward. Of course, the other big change, is that there's Linden Lab has a new CEO, and that is an amazing transition, one that I've talked about it on the blog, and talked about it a little bit in different interviews and different live formats. But an amazing sign of growth for the company is that we've graduated to a stage where we've found a new CEO to lead us on, and I am incredibly excited both to have Mark here with us leading the company, and also to be able myself to work more on the technology ideas and the direction for new strategy and features and capabilities for Second Life. I've talked about this before. I'm kind of at heart a designer and a developer, and for me it's just incredibly rewarding to be able to get back to doing that more day to day, and then have somebody amazing whose heart is aligned with and a part of Second Life, and also who has the skills and experience to help us grow beyond where we are today, which is pretty big. I mean, we're one of the biggest, services on the internet right now. As a company, we're about 250 people, so that's huge. It really is. That's a lot of people when you're coordinating and working together on a project as big as Second Life. And so it's amazing to know for me that, looking at all this content out here, that I can now focus more on development and thinking and planning and thinking about what the next generation of all this is going to look like. And Mark M. can help lead us and the company on to bigger and bigger things. So having said that, let me ask Mark to come on up on stage here and join me. And like I said in the beginning, I'm going to kind of do this funny. I'm going to take my microphone off here and hand it to M so that he can talk, and we'll do that a little bit, and then we will log off and log back on again and walk around and chat with everybody. But it's been great to talk to everybody, and I hope it's a great day. And here is my comrade, M. Linden.
Thank you so much, Philip. It's a great pleasure to be here, and the view from the stage is absolutely astounding. It is such an amazing array of talent and creativity. This is my first speech in world to a large group of avatars, and I have to say it's much more interesting and visually stimulating than any real world audience could possibly be. Such an outpouring of creativity is what makes Second Life the amazing phenomena that it is today. I've spent a little time checking out the exhibits, and I'm going to spend some more during the birthday celebration to see all of the creativity that's been shared by the residents. It's amazing when you see such individual and community collaboration going into a project like this, and it's really what makes Second Life the rich experience that we all enjoy today. When Philip asked me to join Linden Lab, I was really excited because it's this perfect intersection of creativity, technology, and business. And it's so exciting to see what's possible when great minds come together to create something really, really unique. So it's great to see the residents, solution providers, businesses, organizations, educators, all coming together to create something like this. We're at a really interesting time in our development here at Linden Lab and Second Life, because when a company and a technology goes through the growth that we've gone through, it creates both opportunities and challenges, and we're at a really, really interesting inflection point in Second Life's history now. It's the largest user-generated content virtual world that we know of. That's an enormous achievement because of all the effort that needs to go into the content creation, but also from a technology perspective, it's an enormous and noteworthy achievement, and one that's very, very exciting. We have a lot of work to do, and we're focused on doing it to make sure that the resident experience becomes the resident experience that we want it to be. So we're very, very focused on usability and stability so that we can continue to bring new residents into the fold and allow our platform to grow and the economy to thrive. One of the fundamental elements of that is around IP rights. It's really, really important that people who create great content are able to enjoy it and protect it, and that was one of the things that Philip put in place and has underpinned the economy as we know it today. One of the interesting challenges that we face is that as Second Life becomes much more international, and about 60% of our residents now are outside of the U.S., we have a whole set of diverse values, beliefs, and even laws that we have to take into consideration. Nevertheless, we believe in individuality, we prize creativity, and we're going to do everything we can to keep Second Life as open and free-flowing as it's always been. The last 5 years have been phenomenal. I think they've been history-making in many, many ways. The vision that Philip had for the company, for Second Life, for Linden Lab, is very much alive today, and has tremendous momentum for the future. It's very, very exciting to see this thing called Second Life take on a global perspective to become a global economy in its own right. It's also very exciting to see how it's changing the way we work. I am find it absolutely compelling to do in-world meetings to connect with people in different places and use Second Life as a place to do business. It's also phenomenal from an education perspective, and in today's world where we are so resource constrained in the real world with energy and physical space, the thought of educating and being educated in Second Life is really, really exciting. Also, advancements in medical research and technology are being built on the back of Second Life, and that's exciting to see. Philanthropy, too, we can see throughout Second Life. So there are many, many dimensions to the experience that make this so evocative and so compelling. And these are the reasons that we're all very excited about the future of Second Life and the possibilities ahead as we celebrate our 10th year anniversary, 20th, 25th. Philip, you'll probably have to change your hair to silver by our 25th anniversary because it's been a while since you've updated your avatar. Someone wrote that it's been 4 years at least. I have to say you have the best hair in Second Life, even if it's the oldest hair. It's terrific. But we're all looking forward to our 10th, 15th, 20th, and 25th anniversaries. This is an incredibly exciting phenomenon, and it's exciting because of all the hard work and enthusiasm, creativity, and innovation that residents, like the residents we're looking at right now, have put into it. So it's a great pleasure to be here, and I'm very, very excited about the prospects for Second Life and the future ahead. So thank you very much for coming today and for sharing all of your great work. We're looking forward to enjoying it. Thank you.